Hey, what is good, guys? Just here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about being burned. Today we're talking about being out of creativity and being bored of what you're doing. And obviously, I'm talking about photography. For any and every one of us, this happens, and it's natural because we're doing the same thing over and over again, and at some point our minds, our bodies are tired and we want to do something else. We want to change something in our workflow. We want to be more creative, but we can't because we feel that something is keeping us from being that. And today I'm going to tell you a few things that you can do if you're feeling burned and what can you overcome this situation. First thing that I actually experienced in the past is the fact that I was tired of my cameras, I was tired of my gear, and I wanted to buy new gear. And that's not a good thing because your pocket would suffer, your wallet would suffer. And in time you will suffer because you will realize that whatever you did was a mistake. So instead of doing that, just get out and shoot with anything other than your camera, your everyday camera. Just choose something, another camera, or borrow one from a company that have that on loan, and try that and see if that is different, see if that improves your creativity, see if you can do better and get back to what it was. Another thing that you can do is also just grab your phone and go out and shoot snapshots. Don't mind the composition, don't mind your subjects, your framing, your lighting. Just go and do snapshots. Get back home, unload all those snapshots on your PC or on your laptop and start looking at them, and look closely and see if what you did has the tiniest hint of art, or if provides you the creativity that you actually are lacking of because your mind it's basically locked and bored of photography. That is actually a very good exercise, and I used to do that a lot, and for me it worked. I'm hoping that it worked for you as well. What you can also do is to change the lens on your camera and try something very weird, very different. If you don't have a lens baby or a very wide, let's say an fisheye lens, or a very long telephoto lens, just ask a friend, or again go ahead and borrow one and see if that will help you come up with new compositions and your creativity will go a little bit higher and make you create more, because we all thinking that what we're shooting it's the best, and when you don't feel that that still happens, you have a downfall and you start rolling and tumbling down the hill, and that it's not good. And that mostly happens because we all have preferences when it comes to lenses and cameras, also have framing and ratios. So anything that might be a little bit different might return to you as something new and help you be creative again. Another exercise, and that is for professionals and beginners alike, is to switch your camera to either manual if you're shooting auto, or auto if you're shooting manual, and go ahead and shoot with it like that. You will realize that the photo that come out of that setting might be very good or very bad, but nonetheless it will help you understand things that you probably are locked on, and those things again might help you open the horizons and give you more creativity and make you go back to what you are used to, either shooting street photography or landscapes, portraits, or whatever you're doing, because the changing in settings will give you a different look, a different feel, and a different perspective of your photos. For professionals, and not only, but because us people who are shooting pretty much the same genre every time. I'm shooting wedding photography. Some of you might shoot portrait photography or landscapes. A good exercise will be to change the genre for a week or a month, whatever it takes, and shoot something else. Go ahead and try different genres and see if you're good at it. See if your creativity is improved because you changed the genre, or maybe you will feel inclined towards that genre, and that will probably give you another starting point. And maybe if you're good to the new genre, you'll go towards that and do both of them. The one that you are usually do, like wedding photography in my case, and the one that you just did for fun and you realize that you have an inclination towards it. Unfortunately, I have to shoot weddings to be able to make money and put a meal on the table and be able to sustain my business. But from time to time, I actually chose to do something that I'm not sure how many photographers do. I am making a schedule. I'm choosing 2 hours of the day, usually the worst hours for photography, and I'm going out and shoot only 2 photos, 1 photo for every hour, and then come back and look at the photos and analyze them, compositional, colors, framing, and everything, and see if I did good, though I had plenty of time to do a composition and to frame my photo. And if I didn't, probably I will go back and do that next day and the next one, and so on and so forth, until I'm getting at least 1 photo out of the 2 that I will be happy to keep for my collection or even for my portfolio. And the last solution that I want to give you today, just switch to Fujifilm. You'll never get burned. I'm just kidding. Obviously, the camera doesn't matter, the brand doesn't matter. It's all about us. It's all about our brains and our bodies, our routines, and whatever we're doing every day that gives us this feeling, this depression of a trade, I used to call it. And that is not bad. It's just a phase of our life that we have to overcome and be able to pass and go forward and go with it. Try to put it aside and continue our path. I hope that this was helpful for those of you who are trying to get into photography. If you are experienced pretty much this kind of things, I probably look like it happens to me this time, but it doesn't. I just remember that it happened and it was very painful, and it affected my photography because for more than half a year I didn't shoot anything. I just put the cameras in the bag and hide the bag, and that is not good. Please subscribe to the channel if these videos are appealing to you. Give them a thumbs up, or if you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. Maybe you can hit it twice to show me how much you dislike them. Also, put your comments in the box down below and let me know how often this happens to you, how often you're getting bored and burned of your photography, no matter what genre you're shooting. And I will definitely see you in a bit.